Well, good morning, folks. This is J-Dog. Hey, I'm on the road again, taking a 3-week road trip out to Iowa. The primary reason for this road trip is I'm bringing my Winnebago View here back to the factory in Forest City, Iowa. I'm going to have some work done, and that's going to be the subject of a blog post on my blog once I get out there and we start working on it. But for this video, what I thought I'd do on my way out there, that I'm going to stop on some scenic places. It's going to take me 6 days to get out there. I'm taking it slow, and right now I'm in western Pennsylvania on I-80. But today what I'm going to do is stop at Cuyahoga Valley National Park, which is in Ohio, kind of right below Cleveland. And so in this video I'm going to show you, just kind of going to stop for a couple hours, show you the national park and show you what that's like. Figure I've never been there, but it's worth stopping and see what it's about. So you'll get to go along with me. Well, I made it to the national park here at Cuyahoga Valley National Park. This national park is south of Cleveland, Ohio, and it's a real large national park. Here, I want to show you a map. I'm actually at the Boston Store Visitor Center, and I'll show you a little map how big this is here. But you can see from this map here, I'm right down here, and I kind of came in from the highway this way. But you can see this is a very large national park, and it really just kind of preserves the history of the Ohio Erie Canal that flowed and paralleled the Cuyahoga River. And but there's key things here. There's a scenic train that goes along the valley here. There's bike paths. There's kayaking you can do in here. But I'm just here for just a short time, but I'll show you the Boston store here in a second, some of the other features. On the other side of that kiosk, this is a little map of the Ohio Erie Canal. I guess, again, you can see, you can see this canal went from up by Cleveland all the way down to Akron. It was really kind of, think of it as a super highway back in the day before all the roads were put in place. But you can also see kind of the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railway. We'll go see one of those train stops, the Towpath, which we're going to walk down a little bit, and there is a scenic drive. I'm not sure I'm going to get a chance to do that, but we'll walk around and show you some more of this. I'm at the Boston Store Visitor Center for Cuyahoga Valley National Park. This is just one of the visitor centers here that I drove down to. I walked up there from the river that I shot that intro from. But this is one of the visitor centers, a small museum, I think. We'll go inside and show you that. Kind of some historic buildings here, but this was a canal boat building center, I think, for the Ohio Erie Canal. And they've kind of preserved the area here along the valley. But you can see here, they've got kind of a big bike path that goes here and back and forth. You can ride this whole thing. But let's walk over and see the Boston store. Well, I'm inside the Boston Store Visitor Center here. It's a small little museum about what transpired here in the village of Boston, which was on the Ohio Erie Canal. This was really a canal boat building center, as you can see. And this little museum here just kind of shows something about the canal boat building here. It's kind of a small little museum, but it's kind of neat to see. We've got the stern of a canal boat here, and you can see that they have kind of a model of what went on here back in the 1820s, 1830s, as far as building the canal boats. Just another little view of what the profile of a canal boat looked like here. You can see just kind of how it was built. Look at that, there we go. Well, I decided to take a little walk down the bike path here, the Towpath Trail, just to see what this was like. I can see it's nice for biking, but over here, I think this is the Cuyahoga River, Got a little highway action going over it. But no, this is a nice bike path here uh, to ride on. And I believe the I believe that the Ohio Erie Canal, it said in the Boston store there, paralleled this river, and it did use water from it. I think we're going to walk over here and see maybe some of the original canal or whatever. I'm not sure if that's us. It's just a stream. But this little path I'm on is called the Towpath Trail. I'll get out of the way for some bikers. But yeah, this path was the towpath for the canal, and like I say, which was very close to here to the river. You can see more of this here. But no, nice. If I had some time, go bike riding here. Definitely something I'd do visiting this national park. Well, this is another shot of the Cuyahoga River, which is behind me here. It's kind of muddy, but this is what you saw at the on that map up at the visitor center that flows all the way from Cleveland here all the way down to Akron. So, but this is where the canal, I'm not sure actually where the canal actually paralleled. I think it was more over to the east of me here, but now I'll just give you another shot of what's here. I'm surprised I don't see any kayakers here. This would probably be pretty good for kayaking. One of the attractions here at Cuyahoga Valley National Park is the Scenic Railroad. And you can see behind me, this is just one of the stops on the railroad. You can see there's a little shot down the tracks here, but let's go in here. This is, I believe this is about a 25-mile railroad. It's run by the Park Service, and it's meant to kind of showcase what the history of the valley. But you can see this this little map here. Get a little closer. But yeah, you can see it starts up here at, well, let me get you up here. Yeah, it starts up here at Brookside Station and then goes down to this Akron Northside Station. And I think it runs, depending on the type of year, 2 or 3 times a year. There is a fee to ride the railroad here. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's $10 to $15. Depends upon who you are, how old you are. But it's about a 25. I think I said it's about a 25-mile railroad. It would be nice in the fall to ride that back and forth. They do offer where you can take your bike aboard and start at one spot on that map I showed you. Ride the train down, and then ride your bike all the way back on that paved bike path that I showed you. So that'd be kind of a fun thing to do, spend the day doing that. Well, that was my short visit to Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Probably the shortest or quickest visit I ever did to a national park, but it's not really a scenic wonder type national park. I think I just happened to be driving by the highway and decided to stop, but I think if you were in the area and wanted to do some biking or some hiking or ride the trail, it'd be kind of a cool place to spend a whole day. But like I say, short video, but that was it. You can check out the National Park website if you want some more information. You can see the maps and whatnot. But that was it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. See you on down the road.